overemphasis upon the concept of AI. That is, it's a kind of, I can say, everywhere we are speaking and we are magnifying the concept of AI. But I'm not against the concept of AI and all. That is a very big challenge which we are going to face in the 21st century, I mean. And the concept of AI, like the topic which sir has given to speak me, is about the nurturing of AI from the early years. So you will see the historical emergence of the concept of AI, 1940s and all, and even up to a long time, even still in India also, in many recruitments and all, we are still practicing that IQ based. Even the psychology people are also talking education is the all-round development of personality. Like I have go through the objective behind this particular program, so it's very happy that this kind of NGO organizations are leading the policy-based concept that is the high time to implement in our country in a full-fledged manner. Like the sir has briefly mentioned about the scope and objective behind this gathering. So I'm also very interested to share some of the observations and opinion, and based on some of the research output which we have done in the topic of emotional intelligence. Like the concept of emotional intelligence, it's a very familiar concept, and like in between in the introductory speech, our Sri Kumarji has rightly mentioned about the overemphasis upon the concept of AI. That is, it's a kind of, I can say, everywhere we are speaking and we are magnifying the concept of AI. But I'm not against the concept of AI and all. The problem with the machine and human being, we all know without any doubts. Okay, human beings are human beings and machines are machines. So whatever be the knowledge and wisdom which the human being have, that may not be that is not there in the machine, but at the same time we are always accepting and we are always respecting the technological innovations of AI, and we can use to say complementary, supplementary kind of activity, but overemphasize on AI instead of this IQ, EQ, and whatever be the very well defined intelligence. That is a very big challenge which we are going to face in the 21st century, I mean. And the concept of AI, like the topic which sir has given to speak me, is about the nurturing of AI from the early years. So with this limited time, what I would like to say, if you will see the historical emergence of the concept of AI, 1940s and all, and even up to a long time, even still in India also, in many recruitments and all, we are still practicing that IQ based overemphasis on the cognitive realm, like measuring an individual's ability based on that 3 R's we usually said in education: reading skill, writing skill, and arithmetic skill. And if you will see the concept of IQ, basically actually if you will see any definitions of the education, like the old definition which was given by Swami Vivekananda, education is the manifestation of divine perfection which is already in man, or the very beautiful definition given by the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, education is the drawing out of best in man, his body, mind, and spirit. So these definitions is talking something beyond the intellectual. If you will talking about the Gandhiji's definition of drawing out of best in child and man, body, mind, and spirit is going beyond only the reading, writing, and arithmetic. The concept of IQ, the concept of IQ, actually, I'm not arguing or counter, making some delimitation in the IQ. But in the IQ measurement, the formula is mental age by the actual age, chronological age into 100. So in the mental age, whatever be the things which we are assessing is based upon these skills only: reading skill, writing skill, and the spatial, and whatever be the mathematical, numerical ability. And the concept is already actually they developed for the defense purpose, to categorize individual based upon some ability and all. This all we know during the First World War. But there is not a correlation you can see with any definitions from the philosophers or the psychologists. Even the psychology people are also talking education is the all-round development of personality. So how can say if you will compute an individual based on this IQ and can be become a very healthy human being in terms of and even some of the data which was eye-opening. Even we are not commenting any state in particular. If you will see the correlation between the literacy rate and the morality, and there is a very big paradox. Even sometimes when I'm attending in some conference also, some of the people are challenging, you are from one of the highly literate state of the country like Kerala, but what is going on there in recent kind of data showing, we are not making any comments upon that, but still there is a high time to think about, okay, whether this IQ based cognitive based therapy is okay to make a good human being, having healthy thoughts, respect each other, and almost so I think education is more than the literacy. So in order to make a human being educated, we have to think about the concept like EI and all. So my point is, as per the NEP's, if you will see the national education policy, and not even the recent NEP, the previous policies of national education policy, national curriculum framework 2005, during any government time, we have seen the education definition is something more than only the cognitive based assessment. So the 1990s US based movement, the concept of emotional intelligence came, and that also was done due to some kind of issue which US has faced. In the US curriculum up to 1970, if you will see, the moral based things were there. When they have given over emphasis upon the technological and things, and even teachers are very feared to stand inside the classroom, even school teachers also. And we have seen a lot of stories and actual events. Students start fighting, bullying, and even shooting also. So then they thought about the concept of Peter Salvoy and John Mayer. These are the two people. They are from the field of psychology. They put forth the concept of EI, and later the concept was popularized by Daniel Goleman. He is a professor from management, and we all know he popularized the terminology. And at the same time, there was a neurosurgeon. His name was Lee Diox. He studied about the brain-based, research in cognitive science, and altogether the concept of emotional intelligence came like an interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach. And many of the EI theory people are saying IQ has now 20% in determining the overall personality, and the remaining 80% is EQ. We can't as such and blindly believe any theory. But my point is, since I also done a simple research in emotional intelligence and a PhD level, and what I understood, if we will train the emotional intelligence, there are a lot of theoretical perspectives there, even Daniel Goleman model and many model. And if we will understand, because that science is touching something beyond the cognition, and motivation is there, self-awareness is there, self-regulation is there, empathy is there, lot of social skills are there. I think it is a high time to frame, and even NCRT is doing a lot of things in this kind of life skill based pedagogic practices that is all aligned with many emotional intelligence practices. So I hope NEP 2020 also stressed a lot of things about the holistic education. So if we want to achieve the holistic perspectives of education and having a very healthy human being other than competitive machine based things, I think this is the high time we have to think about the concept of EI, not as such the Western model based upon the indigenous culture. We have also have a very rich cultural heritage. So based upon the Indian perspective, it is the high time to think about this concept.